Have you ever considered how prayer might be the key to finding inner peace? Imagine for a moment a serene lake on a calm day. The surface is still, unbroken. This tranquility, this peace is what prayer can bring to the tumultuous seas of our lives. But what is prayer exactly? In the Christian context, prayer is a heartfelt communication with God. It's not a one-way street, but a dialogue, a conversation that helps us build a personal relationship with our Creator. Prayer is an integral part of Christianity, a sacred practice observed by millions around the globe. It's more than just a routine or ritual, though. It's an avenue to express our deepest emotions, our hopes and fears, our gratitude and our regrets. It's a way to seek guidance when we're lost, comfort when we're hurting, and strength when we're weak. But prayer is not just about asking for things. It's not a wish list or a magic lamp. It's about surrendering our will to God's will, about aligning our hearts with His. It's about acknowledging His sovereignty in our lives and trusting in His plan, even when we don't understand it. It's about finding solace in His presence and peace in His promises. This peace, this inner tranquility, is not a temporary reprieve from our problems. It's not a fleeting feeling or a momentary escape. It's a deep-seated calm that transcends understanding, that stands firm in the face of trials and tribulations. It's a sanctuary within ourselves, a refuge from the storms of life. Prayer can be a powerful tool in our quest for this peace. It can help us navigate the uncertainties of life, weather the storms, and find the calm amidst the chaos. It can bring clarity to our confusion, light to our darkness, and hope to our despair. It can change our perspective, our priorities, and ultimately, our lives. So whether you're a seasoned prayer warrior or a beginner seeking solace, remember this: prayer is more than just words. It's a heartfelt conversation with God, a journey of faith, and a pathway to peace. Let's explore how a simple act of prayer can change a life dramatically. Consider the story of John, a man who found peace through prayer. John was a man who seemed to have it all. He was a successful businessman, with a thriving enterprise that spanned across multiple states. He had a beautiful family and a community that respected him. But beneath this veneer of success, there was an inner emptiness, a void that he couldn't seem to fill. Every night, he found himself lying awake, staring at the ceiling, feeling as if something crucial was missing from his life. One day, a friend introduced John to a different kind of wealth, the wealth of spiritual connection. He was shown the power of prayer, a simple act that had the potential to bring about profound changes. John was skeptical at first, but he was also desperate to fill the emptiness that had become a constant companion. So, he began to pray. He didn't know what to say at first or even who he was speaking to, but he poured out his heart, expressing his fears, his doubts, his desires, and his hopes. He spoke of his success and his failure, his joy and his sorrow. He asked for guidance, for understanding, and for peace. It wasn't an overnight transformation, but slowly, as he made prayer a part of his daily routine, John began to notice changes. There was a calmness that wasn't there before, a sense of purpose that gave meaning to his actions. He found himself more patient, more understanding, more forgiving. His relationships improved, his business thrived, and he found joy in things he had previously overlooked. John discovered that prayer was more than just words. It was a conversation, a relationship, a connection with something greater than himself. It was a way to express his deepest thoughts and emotions, and in the process, discover who he truly was. It was a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Through prayer, John found the peace he had been searching for. The void was filled, not with material possessions or worldly achievements, but with a sense of belonging, of being part of something bigger, of being connected to a divine source of love and wisdom. John's life was transformed. He was no longer just a businessman, but a man of faith, a man of prayer. He found a sense of purpose that went beyond his business, beyond his family, beyond himself. He found a peace that surpassed all understanding, a peace that came from knowing he was never alone, that he was loved and guided every step of the way. John's life was transformed through the power of prayer. But how does prayer bring about such profound changes? Prayer isn't just a religious ritual, it's a conversation with God. Consider it this way: when you're feeling overwhelmed, do you ever find yourself reaching out to a friend or a loved one? You share your worries, your fears, your dreams, and your hopes. And in that sharing, there's a certain release, a certain peace that comes. That's what prayer is like. It's a heart-to-heart with the divine, a chance to express what's on your mind and in your soul. Prayer provides a platform where our emotions have free rein. It's a safe space to voice our deepest fears, to express our greatest hopes, to admit our most nagging doubts. And in that expression we often find a sense of release. It's like letting go of a heavy burden that we've been carrying around. The worries are still there, but they don't seem quite as overwhelming. But prayer is more than just an emotional outlet. It's also a potent stress reliever. In a world where anxiety and stress are all too common, prayer offers a refuge. It's a moment of calm in the midst of the storm, a chance to step back and recenter ourselves. It's a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles, that there's a divine presence that is listening, that cares. Prayer also provides a sense of connection and purpose. When we pray, we're not just talking into the void. We're engaging in a dialogue with God. We're connecting with something larger than ourselves, something eternal. And that connection can bring a profound sense of peace. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned believer or a questioning skeptic. It doesn't matter if your prayers are eloquent sonnets or awkward stammers. What matters is the sincerity of your heart, the openness of your spirit. Prayer is not about perfection, it's about connection. So the next time you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, consider reaching out in prayer. Let your worries, your hopes, your fears, and your dreams spill out. And then, listen, you might be surprised by the peace that follows. Prayer offers a path to peace that is accessible to everyone. You might wonder, is there any scientific basis to the peace-inducing power of prayer? Well, let's dive into the intriguing world of science, where we'll unravel the answers that lie within. Numerous studies have been conducted over the years that highlight the positive benefits of prayer on our mental health and stress levels. One of the fascinating aspects of prayer is that it's not just a spiritual practice, but also a form of meditation. When you pray, you're focusing your mind on a higher power, letting go of your worries, and immersing yourself in a state of tranquility. This act of mindfulness can significantly alter your brainwaves, leading to a state of calm and peace. Now let's talk about a study conducted by the American Heart Association. They found that individuals who engaged in regular prayer experienced lower stress levels and had a lower risk of hypertension. That's right, prayer can potentially keep your heart healthy. Moreover, a comprehensive review published in the American Journal of Psychiatry found that religious and spiritual practices, including prayer, are associated with better mental health outcomes. They can reduce the risk of depression and anxiety and promote a sense of well-being. But how does this happen? According to neuroscientists, when you pray, the frontal lobes of your brain become more active. These are the areas associated with attention, focus, and judgment. At the same time, the amygdala, which is responsible for fear and stress reactions, shows less activity. So essentially, prayer helps to calm the storm in your mind and puts you in a more peaceful state. Additionally, prayer can also stimulate the production of feel-good hormones like dopamine and oxytocin. These hormones are responsible for feelings of happiness, love, and bonding, which further contribute to a sense of peace and calm. In conclusion, while prayer is often seen as a spiritual practice, it also has a profound scientific basis. The act of prayer can trigger changes in our brain that promote peace, reduce stress, and improve mental health. Whether you're a believer or not, the power of prayer in promoting peace is undeniable. So how can you harness the power of prayer to find peace? Let's delve into some practical tips on incorporating prayer into your daily life. Firstly, carve out specific times for prayer. This could be early in the morning, during a lunch break, or before going to bed. Consistency is key, and over time this routine will become second nature. Next, create an environment conducive to peaceful reflection. This could be a quiet corner of your home, a serene outdoor spot, or even a dedicated prayer room. The aim is to find a place where your thoughts can flow freely, uninterrupted. Lastly, focus on the words of your prayer and their meaning. This isn't just about reciting words, but about truly understanding and feeling them. Engage your thoughts and emotions as you speak to the divine. Remember, the path to peace may be just a prayer away. So why not start today?